Have you heard the latest news about short-term rentals in Newport, Rhode Island? Well, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Rhode Island, subscribe below, tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Rhode Island. My name is Devin, and my team and I, we get calls and texts every single day from people just like you, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so we can help you make a smooth transition here to Rhode Island. Let's dive in. I cannot express how big of news this is when it comes to short-term rentals here in Newport, Rhode Island. So if you're somebody who's looking to purchase a second home or you're an investor, you're gonna wanna watch this video. Recently, very recently, City Council has set up a plan in motion that could ban all new short-term rentals. This is huge news because Newport is very popular with short-term rentals. Now, let me give you a little bit of a backstory on how we have gotten to where we are at today. So in 2022, the City Council put in place limited areas where short-term rentals could operate. Essentially, this eliminated any short-term rentals in residential zones. However, there was a caveat to that. And that caveat was that you could have a short-term rental in a residential zone if you lived on the property year-round. Also in 2022, they increased the registration fee, which really had no impact on the amount of people registering their short-term rental. And they created a new short-term rental enforcement position that basically allowed them as a team to go throughout the city and identify people who were in violation. In addition to that, they also purchased a software which allowed them to easily identify people that were in residential zones that were not falling in compliance with the new limited areas where short-term rentals could exist. So that happened in 2022. All residential zones were basically not allowed to do short-term rentals. Now, if we look at specifically LB zoning, this is limited business zoning. In years past, you could operate a short-term rental in LB, which is limited business, GB, which is general business, and WB, which is waterfront business. Most recently, in the last year to 2 years, they basically said that in the LB zoning, you could not do short-term rentals unless you had a special use permit. And let me tell you why that's important, especially if you're looking at properties right now today in LB zoned properties. The issue with that is, let's say you're looking at a property in LB zoning and that owner is operating that property as a short-term rental and has a rent roll that is reflected from short-term rental income. The issue is if you buy an LB zoned property, you then need to go apply for a special use permit. Now, hear me out here. If you buy that property based on the rental projections of the other short-term rental that owner had, and you apply for the special use permit and don't get it, you basically purchased a property that no longer performs at the level that that last owner had. So this has been a huge change in the zoning regulations where basically you have to go apply for a special use permit if you're looking at LB zoned properties. Now, today, you can still do short-term rentals in GB, which is general business, WB, which is waterfront business zoning. This allows for short-term rentals with no special use permit. However, this is what the news is all about. City Council is basically saying that anything moving forward that is in LB zone, GB zone, or WB zone, they will not allow you to do short-term rentals. Now, they're saying in their resolution that if you have a property under contract or if you've already gone through the permitting process as of this video right now, there's an exemption. The language is not clear, but however, as an investor, and if you're looking for properties in Newport and your plan was to do short-term rentals, this is huge news. You have to have this knowledge before making such a large investment. This has been ever changing over the last couple years, and these are huge changes that are taking place. If you're looking to invest in Newport, Rhode Island, or any other areas in Rhode Island, all of my contact information is below.